Hello. Today we are going to learn a new portion from the chapter Industrial Revolution. How the lives of people changed due to Industrial Revolution. Before that, if you are remaining to subscribe my channel, please subscribe my channel. How the lives of people changed due to Industrial Revolution. In these years, therefore, it was possible for individuals with talent to bring about revolutionary changes. All the years of industrial revolution, it became possible for the individuals. It was helpful for the individuals, those who got talent, to bring about revolutionary changes, to bring about sudden changes in the field of industrial revolution. Similarly, there were rich individuals who took risks and invested money in industries in the hope that profits could be made and that their money would multiply. So there were many rich people, there were many rich individuals who had money and they were ready to take risk and they were ready to invest the money, they were ready to put the money, they were ready to make the buildings, they were ready to start the industries, they were ready to buy more machines, they were ready for more innovations. Why? In the hope that profits could be made. They were sure that profits could be made and their money would multiply. That is, they can sell more products, people would buy the products, the prices would increase, sale would increase, and their money would multiply. They were sure of that fact that their money would multiply, and because of that, the rich individuals were ready to take risks. They were ready to invest the money in industries, hoping that, expecting that profits could be made and their money would multiply. They would become rich. And in most cases, this money, that is capital, working capital money, did multiply as they expected. In many of the cases, when they invested money in industries, when they started new industries, their money started multiplying. The basic capital which they invested started multiplying. Imagine they invested 100 crores of rupees, then it multiplied into 300 crores or 400 crores. Okay, so they got more and more money from investing in industries. Wealth in the form of goods, income, services, knowledge, and productive efficiency did increase dramatically. So everything increased. Goods, the production of goods and services increased. The income of the people increased. The services, banking, and other kind of services started increasing. Transportation, banking, transportation, all these services started increasing. Knowledge, education, then practicability, experimentation, productive efficiency, everything got increased. Productive efficiency means the ability to produce more and more. That also increased with the coming up of machine. So if you are producing without the help of machines, your productive capacity, your production efficiency would be less. But if you are getting the help of machinery, of course, you can produce more and more. There was at that time, then what is a bad thing or what is a demerit? There was massive negative human cost. That was one of the negative thing, or that was one of the demerits. Massive, a large scale negative human cost. So industries developed, luxurious lifestyle started coming, material well-being started coming, but it is at the cost of human beings. What is the negative human cost? So this was evident. This was clear in broken families. These people in villages, they were living in joint families, but many people started migrating to cities, and as a result, their families broke. Then they got new addresses. When they started shifting to new cities, towns, their addresses, their identity changed, degraded in cities. That is, the quality of city life started coming down. Then appalling working condition. What is the word meaning of appalling? Appalling means it is causing shock or dismay, very bad, miserable living conditions, working conditions. Okay, so that was the negative human cost. Everything occurred, but at the cost of the human beings. That is, broken family, new addresses, then degraded cities, and bad living conditions in factories. Now, what happened to the population of the cities in England? The population started growing over 5,000, 50,000, sorry, 50,000 from 2 in 1750 to 29. So there were two big cities in 1750, and in the year 1850, it became 29. The pace of growth was not matched with the provision of adequate housing, sanitation, or clean water for the rapidly growing urban population. The way the industries were growing, the way the industries were increasing, were not accompanied with adequate housing. Sufficient housing was not there. The sanitation facilities were not there. Pure water was not available. Population was increasing, but the basic infrastructural facilities were not increasing. The newcomers, those who were migrating from the villages, were forced to live in overcrowded slum area, near the footpath or near the railway stations, all those things like slums. It got overcrowded in congested areas near the factories, while the rich inhabitants escaped by shifting to homes in the suburbs, where the air was cleaner and water safe to drink. So many people who came from villages, they were forced to live near the bridges, near the big bridges. They were clustered into slums. Many people started living in congested areas near the factories, and their pollution was very high. What about the industrialists? What about the rich inhabitants? They knew that pollution is increasing and it is unclean. Sanitation facilities are not available, so they shifted to suburbs. Okay, that is near the far away from the cities, which had the characteristics of village and cities. Small towns, you can say, suburbs. It's not very inside the city. It is far away from the city, but near to the urban areas where the air was cleaner, water was pure. A survey in 1872 revealed that the average lifespan of workers was lower than that of any other social group in cities. It was 15 years in Birmingham, 17 in Manchester, and 21 in Derby. So one survey, somebody took the study, analyzed the data, and according to the data, the lifespan of workers, the average living years, to what age a worker used to live. That is the lifespan, the period of life of a worker. So that was lower than other groups. The worker who were working in factories, the worker who were working in industries, their lifespan was very less. So you can see the average lifespan 15 years only. 15 years in Birmingham, 17 years in Manchester, 21 in Derby, only that much. Okay, this if you're working in factories, so up to 15 years you will live, and after that, because of the bad living conditions, you would die. More people died and died at a young age in the new industrial cities than in the villages they had come from. Half the children failed to survive beyond the age of 5. Okay. Death rate among children was also increasing because of the bad living conditions. The increase in the population of cities was because of immigrants than by an increase in the number of children born to families who already lived there. So how the population was increasing in cities? What was the reason? It was not because of the increase in birth rate. It was not because of the increase in the number of people born in the families, but because of the immigrants. Who are immigrants? The people who were migrating from other areas, the people who were migrating from villages, the people were migrating on a larger scale from villages, they were settling in cities. Because of that, population was increasing, not because of the number of children born into the family. And how the death rate was increasing? The death rate was increasing because of epidemics, because of the diseases that spread very quickly. And the epidemics, how the epidemics took place, what was the causes of epidemics? Because of the pollution of water. Okay, and some of the epidemics included cholera, typhoid, etc. All these things caused due to impure air, impure water. More than 31,000 people died from an outbreak of cholera in 1832. An example is given here. 31,000 people died because of cholera. Until late in the 19th century, municipal authorities were negligent. They were careless in attending to these dangerous conditions of life, and the medical knowledge to understand and cure these diseases was unknown. So the miserable fact was that the municipal authorities, the government, the political bodies were negligent, were careless. They don't know how to attend, how to solve these dangerous conditions of life, and the healthcare facilities. Then medical knowledge at that time was very, very, very less. Even medicines, sufficient medicines were not invented. Vaccination, all these things were very, very less. Medical facilities were very, very less. So hopefully you understood this topic, how the life of workers changed after industrial revolution. Thank you so much.